his political opponents because they are finally standing up to him in a way that he never expected. And of course, you know I'm talking about Gavin Newsom and Governor Pritzker, who Trump lost his mind over right here.
You saw the World Cup was here the other day, and come to think of it, there's your trophy for the World Cup. In fact, it's solid gold. That's actually solid gold, so heavy that some of the people in this room wouldn't be able to lift it. I think what I'm going to do is place it right above the angel, right over there. That's solid gold, too. We're going to put it right up there. Look at that. There's a solid gold trophy. They know how to get to me, you know. I like the angel better, to be honest with you. So we're going to sign, and then we'll take a few questions, and we'll tell you how good a job we're doing. And we want to go from here to other places, but I was telling some of the people that in a certain way, you really want to be asked to go. You know, I hate to barge in on the city and then be treated horribly by corrupt politicians and bad politicians, like a guy like Pritzker. He'll spend more time in the gym, actually. The guy is a disaster. Gavin Newsom's a disaster. When we went, we saved Los Angeles. You wouldn't have been able to have the Olympics in Los Angeles. You're barely able to have it now. They did lose 25,000 houses to a fire that should have never occurred, because they didn't let the water come down from the Pacific Northwest, which you guys don't want to write about. I had to break into the water supply to let the water down. And even now, we want more. We can have much more. It's less than half of what should be coming in. I don't know, they have a political thing about it. It's like the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Aside the fact that he is in just very clear cognitive and physical decline, he sounds so ridiculous. Why do we have a president constantly talking about the interior design plans he has for the White House? All that ever comes out of Trump's mouth at this point is, look at the ugly gold I've put on the Oval Office. Look how shitty the concrete rose garden is. We're spending $400 million on a big new addition to the White House, a ballroom to make my tacky legacy permanent. If you couldn't forget me already for the crimes that I've committed, the way I've undermined and attacked our democracy, thanks, Donald, for making sure you stick around in our minds. This is the only thing that he cares about at this point. That and the accumulation of more power, which Donald Trump literally admitted to, saying that, oh yeah, we're getting rid of this democracy right here.
As you all know, Chicago's a killing field right now. And they don't acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need him, freedom, freedom. He's a dictator, he's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I don't like a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense and a smart person.
People say they want a dictator? Which people? That is Trump just admitting the thing that we have known this entire time. That the man who said he wanted to be a dictator on day one wasn't lying. He wants to run for an illegal third term. He is admitting that he will take the steps necessary, the criminal steps necessary, to hold on to as much power as possible. And it is not the only thing that Donald Trump made very clear during this press conference that is a huge scandal for his administration. We have been talking about Donald Trump's health nonstop, and he just kind of gave away the game. As you can see right here, Donald Trump, who has been covering up his bruises with more makeup than I knew was available in the Western world, accidentally showed the bruise on his hand and then immediately went to cover it back up. Because Donald Trump knows this is a scandal. He sees that people like us are covering it, and he's losing his mind because of it. Donald Trump does not want us talking about this, which is why we have to even more. But it's not just his physical health that is in decline. Clearly, it's his cognitive health as well, because he had to have his handlers explain his executive order to him, and it made him look so stupid.
Let's go. Could I ask you to say exactly what this is?
Of course. So, as you've consistently identified, sir, cashless bail policies are a key driver of the disorder we see on city streets all over America. Catch and release system allows criminals to keep going back out onto the street and breathe.
I hate to do the imagine if this was Joe Biden, but imagine if this was Joe Biden. If Joe Biden sat there and just looked up to, so what's in the Inflation Reduction Act? Okay, sure. Like, what if that is what happened? And he didn't know what was going on, actively on camera, explaining his legislation to him, explaining his executive order to him. Donald Trump is trying to create a non-scandal out of the auto pen, saying that Biden was completely unaware of what he was signing because the auto pen was doing it. Trump is actually signing executive orders without knowing what they are. Yet the mainstream media doesn't give it nearly enough attention, even when Trump attacks them directly.
Everybody before me is happy with what I'm doing. Most of you won't say that because you're radical left. The newspapers are so dishonest, the press is totally dishonest, but that's all right, we've gotten used to it. And we won in a landslide, so they obviously lost their power. I mean, it's impossible to imagine that when you get 97% negative stories, purposely negative stories, even though you've done 97% positive things, that you could win an election in a landslide, winning all 7. Think of it, all 7 swing states, winning by the popular vote by millions of votes. We had it fantastic. The best is your districts. Out of 3,000 districts, I guess we won 3,500. We won 2,750.
Black, 1 of 1 here.
No Epstein left! You're trying to tell me there's no Epstein left? Ah! Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm a Trump supporter. And I'm going to tell you this right now. If this is the verdict, then I'm jumping ship.
Leopards ate my face. Leopards ate my face.
We voted for Trump because he promised while he was campaigning like a million times that when he got into office he was going to bring down prices, bring down grocery prices. The inflation has been high ever since COVID, and he promised he would bring that down, but it's obvious to me now that that was not true. Egg prices have skyrocketed. The bird flu is killing all the birds, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything about that. He's stopping disease communications from the disease centers in America, pulled us out of the WHO. Like, how does that help anything? And yeah, all he's been doing is taking away rights and freedoms, or trying to. He's not doing anything about the economy. So yeah, we totally regret our vote at this point. We've had a really tough time here in North Carolina. Half of my house got washed away in Hurricane Helene. And I applied for FEMA assistance, and we got approved. But now Trump is canceling FEMA and emergency assistance to people. He's also canceled Medicaid for my children.
Oh, if you think you're upset now, just wait until the tariffs kick in today. It's February 1st, so it's about to get even worse. You think the prices are bad now? Wait a while. You think the eggs cost a lot now? Wait a while. I am so glad. You know how good it makes me feel knowing that these people are effing around or effed around and now found out? Oh, y'all are finding out hard, because now it's affecting you personally. Now your private life is getting affected. You didn't think about that. Because when you live with cognitive dissonance, that's what happens. When you don't do your research, that is what happens. And today, in the world of technology, in the digital world, with the knowledge of the world in the palm of your hand, you're watching this shit on the phone.